there, thinkers. It's me, Quizmaster Jack, here on Thinking Game Trivia. We're in 2026, and it's week 9. It's the last of the single-digit weeks here in 2026. We're going to play through this pop culture, and then we're going to break down the stats, and then we're going to end the video. Classic third time I've done this format. All right, let's go.
A song by this musician declares, "White noise, what an awful sound." This musician repeatedly asks, "Is it a video?" in a song written for the film Call Me By Your Name. Visions of Gideon and Mystery of Love were recorded by, for 10 points, what singer of the albums Carrie and Lowell and Illinois?
Oh, okay. I know. I know Illinois. That's Sufjan Stevens. Can't say I've ever really sat down and tried to listen to Sufjan Stevens. Illinois was a pretty big album. It was in the zeitgeist for a time. I believe most of my roommates in college knew about Sufjan Stevens. I was more listening to BNL.
This actor played Drake McHugh, who discovers that his legs have been amputated in the film King's Row and asks, "Where's the rest of me?" One of this man's nicknames was inspired by his 1940 role in Newt Rockne, All-American.
Is that Ronald Reagan? The actor Ronald Reagan? Ronald Reagan's president now. The actor? Yeah. The Gipper, I believe, was the reference they were making there. So when they say win one for the Gipper, they mean win one for Ronald Reagan.
On this show, cameras are disabled so a Nintendo Wii can be used by Driscoll and Pace. Dan Fogelman created this show, which begins as President Cal Bradford is found dead.
I'm just coming off of watching both of the Jury Duty series, and I think they play like a Wii U in Jury Duty, and they're talking about cameras getting disabled. So I was thinking, oh, maybe it has something to do with that. I don't remember them disabling cameras for that, though. Turns out it was a different James Marsden project. Paradise. It's Sterling K. Brown in that. James Marsden plays the president who gets killed in the first episode. And then there's a season 2, which I think the ads for that give away the big reveal in season 1, but I won't say anything about that here.
A song by this man claims, "You're such a pinball, yeah, you know it's true." This singer's album Either Or includes Speed Trials, Say Yes, and Between the Bars.
Speed Trials.
The Good Will Hunting soundtrack features the Oscar-nominated song Miss Misery by...
Wow, it's really just low-key guitar and emotions music here, which is maybe why I'm getting them right. Yeah, Miss Misery. That's a good song. That's a good song. I got a couple of Elliott Smith albums on my USB drive that I play all the music in my car off of.
When a character played by this actor is called Elijah by his wife, he drops a cigarette and shoots Hogwood. He plays a character who tells Sammy about the last time he saw the sun and his brother. For 10 points, what man played both...
Yeah, it's Michael B. Jordan. Oh, yeah, Elijah. So that was really just a sinner's question the whole way through. Killed a man when he calls him Elijah? That must have been early in the process. But yeah, there's that after credit scene. Spoilers for Sinners. I'm not going to spoil Paradise, but I'll spoil Sinners. There's an after credit scene where Michael B. Jordan shows up again. That was a good movie. I like that movie a lot. Great thesis shot. I think I talked about it last time, but I haven't seen one battle after another. I think Sinners was the only Best Picture nominee that I saw last year. But it was a good time. Just everything's good about that movie.
A 2023 special starring this man was named after a Donald Trump quote about a canine injured in a raid on ISIS. The special Beautiful Dogs starred this comedian, who hosts a secret podcast with Matt McCusker. For 10 points, in 2018, what comedian was fired just 5 days after being hired by SNL?
Oh. I don't remember what this guy's name was. Maybe it's Smith again. Oh, Shane Gillis. There was somebody who got fired. No, it was somebody who got hired by SNL, but then there was some not so good tweets in his history. I don't think that was Shane Gillis. I don't really know the story of why Shane Gillis got fired from SNL. He's hosted it, I'm pretty sure. Did he get fired for being too boring?
In a pair of DS games in this franchise, players must thwart a bear named Herbert while working for the EPF. Players can visit a dojo from this franchise to learn card jitsu. Disney-owned, for 10 points. What extremely child-safe MMO franchise set on a frozen island?
Club Penguin toss-up? Okay. They'll start asking about video games I know about at some point, I'm sure. But here we are in week 9, and can't say there's been like some slam dunk video game questions for old Jackie.
The lead into this song imagines Plymouth Rock landing on the Pilgrims. This song names a musical about Moonface Martin, Hope Harcourt, and other ocean liner passengers.
Oh yeah, anything goes. That's a secret Fallout 3 question. I don't even know. Yeah, how does it go? It's like da 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 da, stop to the clock. Since they landed on Plymouth Rock. Da da da. Da 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 da. Instead of landing on Plymouth Rock would land on them. Yeah, I can't. I don't. It's literally the only song I know from Anything Goes. But I've heard Hope Harcourt. I've heard that name before, and I'm sure I've read like a synopsis of it. But 92 points already, and I don't know how.
On this show, the only tangible member of the Friends of Venus cult is the deranged Exodore. In its last season, the middle-aged Jonathan Winters played Mirth, a child born from an egg.
Oh. Mork and Mindy? All right. This is Jonathan Winters knowledge over here. Yeah, that was on Nick and Knight. Maybe not so much. I think I've watched a lot more like the old stuff, like Dick Van Dyke, Mary Tyler Moore, shows like that. Was Mork and Mindy on? Where was I watching Mork and Mindy? It may have been syndicated on like UPN or something. I don't think it was on Nick at Night. That's a good question though. So like, I'm sure that like Cult of Venus thing comes up multiple times, and then like Jonathan Winters right in the middle in there. That's a good. I like the structure of that toss-up.
This character says stand-ins don't have lines to Drake, who impersonates him in a Super Bowl ad. This character, who states he is wearing khakis in his first ad, claims that Jason Bateman is not the same as...
Yeah, got it letter for letter, Jake from State Farm. That was a really oddly structured round of Buzzword. It went like music, TV, something else, music, TV, movies, video games, musicals, TV, miscellaneous. That was a weird structure, but 121 points. Pretty good. That's a good score. But let's send it over to Future Jack at the stats, and he'll let us know how I did for the week. Well, Past Jack, you did better at the questions than you did at remembering the order of the questions, which actually went music, film, TV, music, film, miscellaneous, which was really TV related, the Shane Gillis one, video games, musicals, TV, and then miscellaneous again. But the Jake from State Farm stuff was about TV commercials, and that was essentially, so it's essentially a TV commercial. I still agree that it was weird, but that's how it was actually ranked. Speaking of ranks, 25th with 121 points for the week, sitting at 24th, the good old 24th. And and 35th in video games. No questions to add to the 2019s, and no best buzzes. But that's it for week 9. If you like this video, you can subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, watch the other videos on the channel, leave a comment. And if you want to play Buzzword, you can go on over to naqt.com/Buzzword to play what they got going. That's it for week 9. We'll see you next week, which will be the 10th week Thinking Game Trivia in 2026.